Hey, the week has begun. It's a little bit crazy, a little bit tense. I'm starting straight off with the intuitive tarot because I think that um, I think honestly that the week that I'm doing this reading is so intensely energetic that it's worth it to dive straight into the subconscious. And as you can see from this reading, I mean from the book of the deck that I'm using, subconscious is the operative word. Very interesting. Cool. We have the Nine of Discs, which fell out, I think, in the week ahead reading that I did before this one. And then we have the Four of Discs and the Knight of Cups. So it's revisiting the theme of needing to figure out how to be in the present moment and release any potential fears of uncertainty that you have, which is very difficult. I'm having a very difficult and frustrating time trying to temper my energy. If you are by chance feeling like you are in between worlds like I am, then you might also relate to the feelings of frustration, bursts of energy, and awareness of things that you would prefer to change but don't really know how to change right now, but you know they need to change. Extremely frustrating stuff. Make art if you can. Draw, doodle, one of those things where you color in the mandalas, or just coloring in, working with color, writing, but doing all of these things with the intention to take whatever it is that you're feeling and put it outside, minus the ways that you would normally do it, that humans normally do it, by verbalizing, therapy, having conversations, whatever. Try doing something else. Try dancing and listening to music. I think it was Evan Nathan, sorry, I've forgotten his surname now, but that astrologer who suggested that doing something with your hands would be useful during this time, but he suggested that over the weekend. Either way, timeless intention, that might be useful. I'm also receiving the frequency of eating fruit and drinking water, and this is obvious from the visual. And just to know, guys, this is how tarot readers work. This is how we do it. We look at the knowledge that we have, but we also look at the visuals. It's also pretty straightforward most of the time. So just in case you're interested in that, in all of this divination and stuff, and you think that it's too otherworldly for you to try out, it's actually a lot more simple than you think. This is also this card is a card of singlehood. This card is a card of of togetherness. This is somebody minding their own business, picking fruit. This is somebody approaching, going, "Hey, can I do that with you? Here's a cup. You want to have? Could that help with what you're doing right now?" Something very similar. I had a conversation with someone today about winter and how tough it usually is for me. And he went out of his way to say, well, maybe I can help you with that. Something like that may be for you, where someone or something, some kind of energetic offering, it could possibly even be from other worlds, considering this card here, the Knight of Cups, comes in to help you deal with this feelings of lack, possible money constraints, but it's all a perspective thing, Not to say that you then receive I don't know, a financial boost or something. It's more like it's more like getting a opportunity to look at something differently that then allows you to open up, feel better about the situation, feel more hopeful, feel more dreamy. I feel called to read the Knight of Cups. More dreamy. It might be difficult for the Capricorn, the Virgo, the Aquarius. This might be a bit of a crazy time for you guys. Quiet inner strength and harmony. Quest for self-knowledge and inner integrity. A detached, somewhat reserved figure intent on his own processes A man whose shyness keeps him separate, but his inner world is rich indeed. Someone well worth getting to know. I love reading the interpretation of this card. It's so sweet and soft, really, really soft. This is also the card of like a Pisces masculine. Yeah, Pisces masculines embody this to me really well. But of course, if it resonates and you're not a Pisces or a masculine, then, take it. Beneath, we have the 10 of discs, which I think is also worth exploring the interpretation of, considering that I do think that this is also a very common theme, especially of people of color. It feels like the underground gang is making changes. They're alive, they're active, they're doing things, they're changing our tastes, they're inspiring us, they're taking things away. They love to do that. They love to take things away, especially when you are gifted. Beneath, we have the Page of Cups. This also, to me, signals someone who is gifted but doesn't know it or isn't aware of the gifts they have. So open your mind to that possibility. And these two together is giving that this might be the time for that, for gifts to awaken within you, specifically from your lineage, given to you from your lineage. So keep your antennas out for ancestral communication. I've also seen this is the time for a lot of people. A lot of people are finding themselves waking up between the hours of midnight and 5 a.m. Pray. If you're awake at that time, pray. I saw a tweet saying that when that happens, your cortisol levels are high. Okay, Western ideals. All right, then. Fine, that could be the case, but also pray. We have family, tradition, the family, inheritance, pregnancy, birth or bereavement, the human family, genealogical research, connections, healing a family breach, universal ideas and situations. Yes, this is also a little poke at the generational curse breaker. And how it tends to be that a lot of people who are the ones who are sent to deal with generational curses feel this or experience this mode of lack mind, or are processing it the most, where you seem to look around and it's like no one else is processing it in the same way that you do. No one's as affected as you are. Pay attention to your dreams. And again, it's coming that you should really stay hydrated. Please make sure you're staying hydrated and that you're eating enough. During this time when the energies are super, super sensitive, you tend to forget about your human vessel, which needs to be tended to so that whatever these processes and transitions and alchemical things are happening, whatever they are, you can support them best. It's difficult to process like mind when you're hungry. You know what I mean? Or when you're thirsty. Water is the most accessible, so just make sure you stay hydrated. I think it's worth it to shuffle for one more card and then let that be the closing energy. Oh, hi. I don't know when this card flipped over, but it was... Oh, we have another one. Oh my gosh. Right. Right. The Queen of Rods and the Devil. Makes sense. And then we have the 6 of discs beneath the deck, which is lovely. So know that you are not alone. And expect some kind of miracle or some kind of random relief, where if you are by chance processing these lack minds and all of this intense shit, expect to be given a sense of relief somehow, or expect to be actually helped. So now the whole financial boost may come in. This is where someone sends you money out of nowhere, or maybe you ask for help and someone gives it to you very happily and you didn't expect it because you were all up in your head. This is also the card of a promotion. And with the presence of the 10 of discs earlier, this may be a familial promotion where, like I said, somebody who was previously unaware of their gifts and powers suddenly awakens to them. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay as well attention to your energy levels, because that could signal to you something, Pay attention to the symbols, the signs, the synchronicities. And be aware that they're all coming in your efforts to process and be able to face this beast well, with bravery, which you have. You are capable. Thank you for watching. I really hope this was helpful. And if anything else, I really hope that you take it easy. We are in the middle of a lot of things energetically, and a lot of new things are taking shape. So if nothing else, just sit back, observe, and let the changes happen. I'll catch you in the next reading.